Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I've got you a quick 5-minute wrist strength and flexibility sequence. We bear a lot of body weight through our hands in yoga, plank and down dog, let alone things like arm balances and handstands. So we want to be able to strengthen the joint to prevent injury, but also to find a good amount of range of flexibility there so we can get a good alignment and allow particularly things like balances on our hands to be a little bit more accessible for us. So we're just going to start by bringing some blood and the warmth into the forearm muscles, which is where our wrist strength comes from. Bring your palms out wide in front of you and then make tight fists as tight as you can and then expand into big stars. And I want you to keep moving between those two shapes without compromising quality. So really expand through those fingers, tight fists, and then keep moving a little faster until you are going as quickly as you can. Keep making the palms as large as possible, the fists as tight as possible for 10, 9, 8, 7, it should feel hard, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm sure you can feel that already. Let's take our hands out onto a mat in front of us and come into like a tabletop position. Fingertips are pointing forwards and then just allow your shoulders to start drawing some soft circles around the wrist. So we're leaning sort of over each fingertip or thumb pad at a time, starting to take that weight. And then switch the direction of your circle and allow yourself to move in the other direction. And then as you come to find stillness, get those shoulders back over those wrists, keeping your hands firm against the mat so the fingertips are not going to move. You want to think of the eye of your elbow and twist it to face forwards as best you can, and then twist it to face back. So again, turn the eye of the elbow forwards, turn the eye of the elbow back, and again forwards and back, forwards and back, not rushing this one too much. Another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Staying in this tabletop position, turning the fingertips to face away from each other, and you can bring the heels of the hands as close as you like. Just start to find a little bit of a sway from left to right, transferring the body weight towards fingertips from one side to the other. From there, turn those hands in the other direction. So this time fingertips point towards each other, and then start again with this forwards and backwards motion, feeling the pressure move between thumb all the way across the little finger, and then take it a little bit side to side, noticing that that sort of distant wrist from you as you move has to flex quite a lot. Try and keep the heels of the hands down, but don't force it. And then draw those hands all the way back round to center, and this time turning the palms over. So fingertips are going to face towards each other, palms of the hands to face the sky, and keep the elbows straight and strong to begin with so you can feel that pressure through the backs of the hands. I want you to try and make a fist with your hands. So try and pull those fingers in. It doesn't look much like a fist, but pull them in and then expand them wide again. And again, squeezing fingertips in and expanding them wide. And again, for 4, try and make a fist. For 3, for 2, and then last one, awkward little fist. Good, release it, sit yourself back onto your heels, and then just come to make a clasped fist in front of you, palm towards palm, and let the wrists make sort of circular motions. So nothing particular here, it's just rolling the wrists out. It can feel a little bit unusual if you try and switch direction of that roll, and suddenly you don't feel quite as in control of your own hands. But just finding some movements, and then some soft shakes of the wrists as well, as you just find a little bit of looseness into them. As we come back to bring our hands onto the mat, this time I want you to turn your fingertips to face towards your knees. Now, if you find that the heels of your hands can't reach down, it's maybe saying that you're too far away from your knees. So you can come as close to your knees as you like to try and get those palms down. And then from wherever you're resting those hands, just find some rocks backwards of sit bones towards heels, and then coming forwards, which should feel more like a release. So leaning the body weight back, elbows stay straight, either elbows push facing forwards, and just some movements slightly backwards. Last 2, and then last 1. Wonderful. As you draw those hands all the way back out, we're going to do those same little elbow turns, but with the hands upside down. So turn the palms to face upwards, fingertips still pointing back towards the knees, and then notice that the eye of the elbow is kind of pointing back towards you, and then try and rotate it forwards. Turn it back, rotate it forwards. If you find that your hand is doing the movement, you can ever so slightly tuck your fingertips under your knees, as long as you're not squishing your fingertips, to allow yourself to really focus that movement into the forearms. And then finally, we'll move ourselves through a few palm ups, which I guess is exactly what it says on the tin. As you come into a tabletop position, I want you to think of your knuckles. They're going to stay down on the floor. So fingertips and knuckles stay down. It's just the palm that comes up, hence the name. Now, what we don't want to do is sort of throw our body weight to lift these palms. That's kind of taking the effort away. Keep those knuckles down and peel those palms up, and then slowly release them back down rather than letting your body weight drop. So again, peel the palms up, the thumbs can lift as well, and slowly release them down. Good, again to lift up and to push down. Slow and steady for 4. This one really gets it firing for 3, for 2, and for 1. Wonderful. If you want a little shake off in between, you should feel that sort of ache, that burn of the muscles working hard. Our final exercise is going to be a similar idea, but for fingertips. So keeping your palms onto the floor, and again, trying to not throw your body weight onto your fingertips. See if we can lift up to fingertips and then to rest back down. Lift up to fingertips, rest it back down. Making it harder would be to move your knees a little further back to build extra strength, but perhaps not necessary for your first attempts at this. Lifting up, resting down. And 3, and 2, and final 1. Great. You can release, you can relax, all done. So hopefully you can feel the places in your arms that have had to work harder. You might even be able to feel that sort of firmness of the muscle on your forearms from that strength. This would be a really good routine to move yourself through before you try any handstands, any arm balances, to get all these muscles switched on. You might even find that you're finding more success on your hands because suddenly these little muscles that we don't really give much thought to as part of our handstand or arm balance practice are actually crucial. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Do feel free to share this video with anyone who you feel might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to stay up to date with everything else that I release.